Hello and welcome. So today I'm going to be making a card using the Made to Make Edition 2, which is part of the Made to Surprise brand. So this is the second of 4. So in here you get a little booklet with ideas for makes and examples. You get stencils to use, a die set which I've put onto magnetic sheet just to keep it all together. You get papers, which I've used quite a few pieces of. Some toppers also comes in the papers, and stamps. So I've used a selection of the stamps, the papers, and I've used the Lighthouse today. So I'm going to put that together. I've prepared in advance and I'm going to put that together. So I've got a 5x7 white 300g card blank, and from the paper pack I've got a water pattern card. So I'm going to put that on with some Collall. As you can see, the papers are double-sided, and I've chosen to use that because it looks like water. I have a really small border this time because I want to put quite a bit on this card. So I've used the dies to create the lighthouse, and to do that I've cut it a number of times in different coloured card and layered up the elements. So that's complete there. So I'm now going to put this on to the front of the card quite low down because I've got some things to go at the top. So I'm going to put that on with some quick grab glue. So in addition to that, I've stamped this driftwood barrier and I've coloured that with alcohol markers. So that is going to go down here. So again, I think I'm going to stick that down with some quick grab glue. So using the pattern paper, specifically the sand coloured paper, I've cut some various shapes using random dies that I have in my stash, and I'm going to put those along the bottom just to give an indication of a sandy beach, so you're looking at the scene from the beach. So I'm going to have a play around with these and snip some of them up. I think I quite like the idea of coming off of the whole card with it so that it looks like a scene that you're looking at. So I think I'm going to start layering things up. I think that one can go down there. So I'm going to do this and I'm going to come back. Okay, so I've attached all of those pieces. Just gives a bit of an indication of sand dunes. So I'm going to snip those off from the back, but I'm going to let that dry for a little bit. I've used part of the papers include some toppers and some sentiments. So this I have cut and backed it onto dark blue, and it says "Light Up My Life." So I'm going to pop that there on some foam. So let's do that. Another stamp in the pack is this cloud. So I've stamped that 3 times, coloured it with some alcohol markers, and I'm going to pop these on as well. So the idea of having one on top of each other, maybe like that. So I'm going to pop those on and then we'll trim that off. So the only thing that's left to do is to strip that off. So I'm going to do that from the back. So I'm going to turn it over, and with a long pair of scissors, just going to nip it off using the end of the card as a guide. Okay, so there's a finished card. So using a lot of the elements from the Made to Make Edition 2. Lighthouse is a die set. These are stamps, which I've stamped, coloured and cut out. And I've used the regular shaped dies to create the sand dunes at the bottom. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.